Let's take a look at the famous pen tool. Usually the new users find it quite hard to understand how it works, but it is not really that hard. Let's learn some easy ways to use this fantastic tool. Pen tool is located here in the tools bar. You can access the pen tool with the shortcut P. After activating the pen tool, you'll see an icon like a ink pen. Here I have taken a grid which has some lines and the color blue and background. I have added these lines just to help you understand how to use the pen tool. So I'm going to take activate this layer pen tool. Right, so I'm going to keep the stroke black and fill none. So with this pen tool, you can create an anchor point. This is an anchor point. And here I'm putting another anchor point. Click, and there is your line. We previously saw the curvature tool as well, but this is a much detailed version of the curvature tool. You can consider this an elder brother of the curvature tool. Of course, the curvature tool is much easier than this, but this is going to help you make much complex shapes. If you want to go professional, then learning the pen tool is must. I'm going to go ahead and delete this shape. Let's say I'll make a triangle here. So I'm going to single click here, and then go ahead here and single click here, and go ahead and single click here. Unlike the curvature tool, a single click will give me a straight line. Pen tool has its own properties, and we can also do the curves. It's not like it's limited to the straight lines only, but one single click would give me a straight line. So this, I have got the shape here. Now let's understand how to do the circle. Let's take this circle. I'm going to go ahead and activate pen tool. Okay. Click here. Just like the curvature tool, I'm going to go to the next point, and as the rule of 4 points will make a circle will get fulfilled, and I'm going to click and drag. Click. I will not release the click. If I release the click, it will become a line. This is the mistake that most of the users do. I'm going to undo this and click, and don't release the button. Drag the curve. Okay. Release now. Okay, now go to the next point. Just click and drag to adjust the curve, like so. I'm going to go to the 4th point, click and drag. Hold shift to make this handle straight, and then click and drag. Going back to my original position, don't just give a click. You need to give click and drag for the proper curve adjustment. This is a little budgy because I made the mistake of making the curve at the beginning. I need to make the first point with the handles as well. So now I'm going to do the next. Click and drag, same handles. I'm going to go to the next point, click and drag again, and go to the next point, click and drag and make the handle bigger, and then go back. If I'm going to click, it will make this shape. I need to go and click and drag to make the curve. Alright, so I have proper circle this time. I can even merge these two points and circle as well. Let's say I'll make a cone with a radius. I'm going to go ahead and delete this shape. Use the pen tool and click here, single click for the straight line, click, single click for straight line. I'm gonna do a curve now. Click and drag for the curve. I'm holding shift for straight curve, straight to handle. And I'm gonna go single click because now I'm going to do a straight line. And then now we have the combination of straight line and the curves as well. After doing this, I can further edit it if I want to. I can use the direct selection tool, shortcut A, click on the anchor point, click and drag, and you can manipulate the shape like so. I can also convert this point into a curve. Like say click on this, and then I have an option here, convert to corner or convert to curve. I can make this point smooth and it will become a smooth point. Select first and click, and there it became a smooth point. Now I can control these handles. If you notice that these handles go hand in hand with each other. So if I want one particular handle, then I'm gonna have to hold Alt and then control a single handle. I can click Control, click on that, hold Alt, and then you can control one particular handle. Every single corner will have two handles, like this has two handles, and I can move around like so, but I want them to be independent. I'm going to break this handle, hold Alt, and break the handle. Click again, hold Alt, and break the handle like so. Now once this handle is broken, it is independent, and I can even change the other handle without holding the Alt this time. Click and here, Control, Alt. So that's our pen tool. Now let's do a little exercise of how to work with the pen tool. You can screenshot this grid and exercise over this, basics of the pen tool. Open. Okay. Here we have the exercise of practicing the pen tool. I have activated the grid here for a better reference. If you want to activate grid, you can go to View, and here we have Show Grid or Hide Grid option. In case I hide the grid, it will go away. I'll go to View and it will show grid, and you can use the shortcut Control and double quotes. Make sure you don't have any snap to grid, point, any of these on. Smart guides are useful here. You can also use them here. So I'm going to go ahead and try this one out. And you don't have to be specific with the color. It's okay if you do it in a black. Currently, I'm going to go ahead and first of all give a none to the fill. Go to the pen tool and start my corner. Click for straight line. Just click for the straight line. Click for the straight line. Just single clicks all the way through. So I can just go ahead and speed up now that I know that I just have to do a single click. Make a good rhythm of using spacebar to pan the document. And there I made a mistake. Give undo, and there, click, done. After doing this, if you want to release the pen, you can press escape, or you can just go to the direct selection tool. I used the shortcut V, and it activated this bounding box. Next we have this arc, stroke curved. Go pen tool, P for pen tool, click here, click and drag for the curve, like so. Okay, now next, click here, click and drag. It's a little bit up. I'm going to go and zoom in and do it properly. I'm just going to go view, snap to grid. Give me a better, proper point here. Just click and drag. Okay, next, click and drag. All right, so there is my curve. Now go to point, pen tool, once more, click and drag. I'm gonna have to make the point as well. This point here, and then click and drag. Next point, click and drag. Next point, I'm going to click and drag and rotate like so. Click and drag, holding shift. There, click and drag. Hold alt and move this handle up. Click and drag here, and then click and drag here. I'm going to give escape, or you can press drag selection tool V, and there I have my circles. Now we can do this even more easily. I'm going to delete all this. I'm just going to go click and drag here. I'm going to give a straight line. Click here and here. You can use the anchor point tool, and you can just take the pen tool, just do this, make triangles all the way through. Press escape or shortcut of direct selection tool, and you can go to here and click and drag to make this. Click and drag. Click and drag, click and drag, and click and drag. There, it is way much easier. Okay, next we have this curve and corner. I'm gonna go ahead and use pen tool. Same thing. I'm gonna just go make this straight line first. Click, single click here. But it is going to be in this direction. So click and drag. Just start from here. I made a mistake here, and delete. Okay. Click and drag. click and drag for the corner. Okay, like so. Let's go upside rather than downside. Click and drag. Okay, now click and drag holding shift. There I have my proper curve. I can hold Alt, put it in this direction, and then click, single click, and complete this. Hold Alt and make the direction like so. Repeat the step, holding shift. Hold Alt, move the handle, click. Just gonna repeat these steps throughout. Click and drag. And every corner has to be uniform and precise. Click, click and drag. And there I have completed this one as well. Now moving on to the next, we have stroke curved changing directions. Start with the pen tool, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. Now I'm going to hold Alt, make a direction like so, and click here. I'm going to end the selection here, and I'm going to go to the anchor point tool. I can hold here and there. This is my shape, but it is snap to grid, so it is like this much is there. Okay, go pen tool again, click and drag, click and drag, change the direction, click, complete it. Use the I'm just gonna go ahead and complete the whole circuit and then do the curve now. Start pen tool, I can even cut the handle and then give straight line. Say Alt, click and curve, click and drag, click and drag, do up, click and drag. Okay, just hold Alt and make it bigger, and cut the handle. Next, hold Alt, make the curve, click and drag, click here, click, hold Alt and curve, click and drag, hold Alt, change the direction, and then click. Alright, so I'm now going to use the anchor point tool. Just click here, this fine from here. Okay, same, click and drag here, click and drag, and drag. Notice that I'm using a particular point from this to make it look uniform. In this case, the grid will be much helpful. There, so you can complete the exercise like so. You can take a screenshot of this one, and then you can follow along with the practice. Once you're done with this, start with this one. And then you can practice without the shape as well.